What's up everyone, this is ScherBR talking, welcome back to my channel. In today's video we'll be talking about expedition system. Yeah, you just have to go to dojo. The expedition system is a way for you to get status pretty fast without even having to fight. But you can only get status up to a certain point, and then you have to bring the characters for normal stages to farm status. Well, before, let's just click here on the exclamation point and talk about what they say in the game about the expedition system. Well, they say that you get some items and status by placing characters on the expedition points, and that you will unlock more expedition points by claiming on the story mode. I'll be placing the story points where you unlock all the expedition systems. Let's go here and check also someone else. We can find the characters that need training by looking on the mark, and also the most important information, the characters have different sparkles around them when they are to be trained. The first one means that the character is pretty far from the cap, so it has a lot of sparkles around the character. Then we have reduced sparkles, then it gets to green sparkles, and then eventually to no sparkles and an irritated icon on the top of the character's head. That means that this character will likely not get any status and it's worthless to keep doing it. So that is the most important information, and we get the expedition tickets by playing the game on shops as rewards. We get plenty of this in the game. So far right now in the making of this video we have a lot of expeditions. We can see here 3, 6 or 12 in total. The last one is called Deserted City, and it brings the characters to the highest caps available on expedition. Before we talk, let's see what they say here. Recommended characters to bring are those that have up to 1050 HP and up to 95 on attributes. Attributes are the normal status, but that's not exactly true. We can start and look on the other expeditions. It starts with only 10, as you see it here, but we should ignore some information here. The first that we need to ignore is the HP. The HP go as high as 1240s here when a character starts getting irritated, so you can raise as much as this point right now on Deserted City. And the status that you farm are at least 95, but actually a little equal to 100. It's always 5 more on normal status and 190 more on HP. So do the math based on the expedition that you have, and you'll find the real value. So these characters are already fully trained. They would not get anything else out of this. So I have 4 characters that are new in the game. I got them from scratch. They have 0 experience, so I'll be training them right now with you guys so that you can see how many tickets it will take, how many runs do you need to get them capped to the expedition levels. Well, these characters are Iskandar, Ruby, Ventus, and Nubelstern. I will click the button clear to remove all the characters that I have on this current expedition. So let's click on the characters we want to train. Since we have 4 characters that we're gonna give a look, I will just add someone that's already trained, just so that we know that this one will not get anything. It's already maxed, so we can compare to the characters that we are training right now. Let's go. I'm gonna get a character that's pretty build up. That is Urpina. She won't get anything here. So with that we can click confirm. That's beginning. The game even says that the character will not get anything. Before we send them, we can even check the character's status so that you can understand how it starts. Iskandar, for example, started with very low status. Click on the bottom style so you see the base values of the character. See, they are not even on the 10s, and the HP was 80. Characters will start with different values, but it doesn't matter because you get them capped pretty soon. With those 4 characters, we'll be using the expedition tickets and watching what happens here. I already set the values that we get here, so let's send them right now. Before we send, one last thing. The expedition has a duration. In this case, it's 21 hours, so that you get a run and the status will increase. But the expedition returns instantly, so that means that you can keep using and get them max trained in a few seconds. Just click here on baggings, and then we will see what happens. Let's click return instantly. We'll do 1 run so that we can see what happens with just 1 run. This is the last one, so we get a lot of things. See, 100 HP seems to be the cap for 1 run, and we got some status for the other attributes as well, as you can see by looking here. We got past 10s on some characters. So I already know how many tickets you need to get at least a normal status capped, and that is 30 runs. So because we did one, we're gonna do 29. So let's do it. Right now it takes 54 tickets for just one run because this is the last one, so it's more costly. Let's click multi-return, and you can even press here. It's just so easy to do it. Let's click in 29. Here you can press the button +10. It's easier. Okay, 29 runs, let's do it, and we'll see the normal status and the HP status of the characters. You get a lot of style experience as well. Look, we're getting 90s and some things with our characters. Now, see, some are already past 100, but not all status will get higher than 100. Why? Because each character has a different base status and a different cap status. So, the Bellstern is an attacker, so he gets higher STR, and then there is Ventus, the same case. He's also a very agile character, so that's why he's a little higher in agility. Ruby is a mage, so she has higher intelligence than the other status. And the same can be said for Iskander. When compared to the other physical attackers, he actually has more STR and more endurance, so these status are a little higher. So now we finally understand the base status, but they are pretty far from the HP cap, so we need to send them more times. Another question that is pretty important is, do the S or SS styles matter when sending them? No, the results will be the same. It can be the A, S, any type of different SS style, the results will be the same. So now we'll just go and send them more so that they get closer to the HP cap. That is 1240s. Let's go here and click return. Multi-return with tickets. We're gonna send them 20 times. As you see here, that is the amount of tickets needs to send them. Let's click on confirm. See that they are still getting 1 points here and there, but barely changes on the normal status, and what matters the most is the HP cap, and they are pretty far from reaching the max level. So 1160 with Nebelstern, 1160 with Ruby, Ventus. Okay, let's send them more. Let's send them 10 times for each time. Multi-tickets, +10. With this one, we'll get to 60 times. Let's see if they get close to the HP cap or not. This is also based on RNG, so it may take more runs. So far, we did 60 runs and the characters are still not close to the caps. Let's send them a little more. Multi-return. Let's send them now. With this one, we have 70 runs. They are still not on the caps. Some of them even got a little more status, but barely changed. With this, is 80. So if you want to get the characters maxed on their HP, you need at least 80 runs on the last one. See? It's 1240, so it's a very good place to stop. Ventus already broke the cap. And the Bellstern as well. Now you see the irritated icon on the top of their heads. I can stop now and start using them on normal content and farm normal status so that I can get much more. Right now, there is a 1.8k cap in some stages in events, so there's plenty of room to grow, and the normal status will increase as well. So I hope this information helps. As you see, 30 tickets are enough to get the character to the max normal status, and to cap the HP you needed 80. For some people, 80 may be too much. If you're starting the game, go for 30 runs, that should be good enough, and then you should bring the character for normal training, and you can save some tickets. But if you are a veteran, you already know that expedition tickets are plenty in the game. You can use more, and then you still have a lot for new styles that you may get in the future. With that said, thanks so much for watching this video. If you have any question, please see here on the comment. If you want to support the channel, there are links on the description of the video. I hope to see you soon in the next one. Bye.